$80,000 a year off a $300,000 investment. How do you do that? Let's see. So today we're back with my man, Isaac Long. You guys know me. I'm Nasser, AKA the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I actually do this business. Isaac has a unique business model and his second time on the channel. I just wanted to get him back because this one is just insane. He makes $80,000 a year off this house, right? Before we get into that, Isaac, I want you to reintroduce people to who you are, where you grew up at, what kind of landlord you are.
Well, we're a landlord with integrity, first of all, but who I am, I'm Isaac Long, born and raised in Yanceyville, North Carolina. Very small town kid, came to UNC Charlotte to start school, and it goes to entrepreneurship after that. And so now, with entrepreneurship, we took it to real estate, and we're doing communal housing, where we make good money off of each one of these houses, and we basically break the mold. We have a new form of investing. We shoot for 100% return on investment, and that's what we get.
With the communal, right? And the communal, just to break that down so people can understand, that's renting out rooms. You know this, and this is not going to be surprising to you, but to some of our viewers, on average, according to the newspaper, you need about $61,000. You need to make $61,000 a year to afford a one-bedroom apartment in Charlotte.
Right.
If you live in Charlotte, you know some places it can be more than that because ideally landlords want you to make 3 times the rent. You came up with this model that you rent out the rooms. The last stuff we did, and guys, I'm gonna post that video at the end of this video, but the last houses we walked of yours, we walked 2. Your houses are like, I would live in them. They're nice. You know, sometimes people think renting out rooms and they don't get the picture of how nice you keep them inside.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that. Like, this is not necessarily winos and drunkies and society rejects. These are working class professionals. The working poor is real. He also has professionals who just don't need a whole house or a whole apartment to themselves. How many years you been doing this model?
Surprisingly, I only started in December of 2020. That's when I bought my first communal, and I ain't never looked back since. When you get one, the rest of them will pay for the other ones.
I'm ready to go inside, but tell us about this house, all right? How many bedrooms is this house?
So when we initially bought this house, it was 4 bedrooms on paper. So it was a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. And so essentially what we did, we added bathrooms and bedrooms without messing with the integrity. We didn't add on any square footage. And now we have a 6 bedroom, 5 bath.
What did you find to add 2 bedrooms at?
So as far as what we do, we looked at the garage. And so if we look on the side over here, it was an actual garage door. We took the garage door off, we enclosed that room, so that gave us an additional room. So that gave us 5 rooms. We had an in-law suite that was technically already a room, and we just took and made the bathroom in the in-law suite into a full bath. So technically it had 5, even though it was only listed at 4. So that gave us a total of 6 bedrooms. To add the bathrooms, we took and added the full bath to the half bath, so that gives us 3. And then the additional 2 we added upstairs into the bigger rooms. The rooms are huge, so we was able to work out something and add bathrooms in the bigger rooms.
How many bathrooms are here now?
5. Full bath.
5 full baths are in here. Okay, all right, let's walk the property. Come on, y'all, we're gonna go inside. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about with your properties. Like, as soon as I walk in, I feel like I'm at home. As soon as I walk in, it's like it's welcoming, it's calming. Your TV here, the recess lights, did it come with that?
We added them. As far as in here, we just added the recess lights. The seller, she actually left some of this furniture, so this furniture was left over.
Yeah, the floors look perfect. I had to put that on the door, but this is a new fridge?
It came with the house.
Oh, wow. They kept it in good condition.
Yeah, everything in here came, everything we did was put paint on.
Stainless steel appliances. As far as getting this clean, who's responsible for cleaning this?
So we got a cleaning staff that comes through every 2 weeks. It's for the family cleaning, and they take very good care of us. We give a cleaning log to them with a list of expectations, and they follow it to the T.
Can you explain to me what's down here?
That's the laundry room area, and we have 2 additional bedrooms. So on the left, we have the mother-in-law suite that came with the property, and then on the right, we have the garage that we made into a bedroom.
How much per bedroom are you getting?
The in-law suite is really an apartment. It's huge. I mean, just imagine 3-4 bedrooms in one. So that room right there goes for $295 a week. The garage that we closed in is $260 a week, and they both have private bathrooms.
We have $295 a week, guys. Okay, and what was the other price? $260 a week. Okay, and those both have their own bathroom, correct? How many rooms are up there?
So we got a total of 4.
Whose bathroom is that?
So whatever our bathroom ratio, we keep a 2-to-1 ratio. So these two rooms share that bathroom.
Okay, so a 2-to-1. All right. If it's 4 bedrooms up there, what's the price for each bedroom?
So the 2 shares are $225.
So the people who share that bathroom, that's $225 a week. What's the other ones?
The other 2 are private. They're $250 and $275.
The other ones, they have their private bathrooms. So one's getting $250 a week and $275 a week. This comes with internet, correct? Mm-hmm. What else does it come with?
So far as amenities, we got free parking, we got trash pickup, we got all utilities included as far as city water, gas, electric. We have cable, Wi-Fi, pretty much everything you need.
Okay, so Isaac, this is 6 bedrooms. How much you say you make per year? Because I'm not good at math off this house.
It's $80,000 a year.
Right at 80.
Yeah.
Right at 80 for a year. What is your screening process?
So with the screening process, I say this is the biggest thing with this model. You know, I wouldn't say that putting the house together is easy, but that's more of the traditional way. But the screening is what makes the difference between a communal and a boarding house. And that's what you need to really hyping in on. As far as to answer your question, things that we look for is, are they actually working? And behavior habits. We look at behavior habits and patterns. You know, we look at what personality traits they display, whether they're a dominant person, a passive, and basically how they evaluate and handle situations.
Okay, now how do you determine that?
So we got a screening process that asks them, basically a Google form, and we send them. And so one of the questions that we ask is, do they smoke? Most people would think that's because we don't want them smoking in the house, which we don't. But the reason for that is because the average smoker spends on average $200 a month for smoking cigarettes. I'm pretty sure you've seen people outside cold as day and they still smoking cigarettes.
Absolutely.
And so with that said, when you evaluate their budget, we know to take that in consideration with their budget. Because at the end of the day, we gave them the keys. So if something doesn't work out, we didn't do our process with evaluating. So we looking at their budget and basically evaluating their budget from a budget standpoint. That's one thing that we use. We also ask them, do they have any storage units? Because that's something that won't come up on a credit check. So we don't look at credit check because that doesn't tell us anything.
Like a lot of my rental properties are in low income neighborhoods, okay? Charlotte doesn't have a lot of it left, but the most difficult part, you have to find a property manager who's comfortable with managing a low income house, right? The ones who don't manage properties in the hood, I tried to work with them in the past. They be lost when they see a 450 credit score, a 500 credit score. And it's like, but the person has no evictions. They had the same job for like the last 7 years.
Right.
And their mind, being that they didn't grow up around that, they don't understand the working poor. Like, okay, this person's going to pay, you know what I mean? They're gonna pay. It's just that they have other issues. I know that I'm not gonna get somebody with a 750 credit score. No. You know what I mean? Like, wanting to move in this low income housing. And some people, they just can't process that. But credit, that's interesting that you don't focus on credit with this model either. With renting out rooms, have you ever had a bad situation where you had to get somebody out?
Well, we never had any evictions. One thing that we do, when we set up these homes, we exceed the expectations. So when people think of room rentals, they think of exactly a room with 4 walls. And as you see, when you walk in here, it exceeds your expectations. So when you exceed people's expectations, in return, that gets you your longevity of stay because they're not expecting for it to be this nice.
Correct.
And so when you exceed expectations and you focus on how to keep people, you never have to worry about getting rid of them. And in the event that you do have to get rid of somebody, if you've done your screening correctly, it won't be a hassle. If anytime you're having trouble getting someone out of your property, it's because you didn't put the appropriate systems and screening in place to evaluate that person's behavior.
Tell me, how do you verify a job? How do I verify that somebody's really working and they don't have like the fake paychecks?
So surprisingly, We haven't ran into any of that. One thing that we'll do, we'll actually call their employer and get verification. One of the most trickiest things about today is a lot of people don't stay at jobs long. So they may hop from job to job to job. So one thing that we look at is consistency. So have they been in the same field? So if they've been at Amazon, did they go to another warehouse job or something similar? And so that's one of the character traits that we look for, because people are just not staying at jobs for 20 years.
No.
It's just, it's a thing of the past. So that's one thing that we learn to evaluate on as far as that goes. It works out well when we do that as far as looking at people's job history, but we really haven't ran into anybody submitting false pay stubs. Not saying that it won't happen, we just haven't had it.
For somebody who wants to get into this model, what's the minimum amount of bedrooms you would suggest for them to get? If we can do the minimum amount of bedrooms, how do they buy the house?
That's the most important piece of this, is to buy right. It's all vehicles at the end of the day. So I wouldn't necessarily put a number on, I'm only looking for 6 bedrooms, I'm only looking for 5 bedrooms, because it's all money. So what we're looking at is, if we invest $30,000, how quickly can we get this money back? If we can get $30,000 back within a year or less and get 100% return on investment, whether that's a 4 bedroom, a 5 bedroom, or 6, then we're gonna do that deal. I mind you to really focus on that piece, because we have bedrooms from all aspects. To answer your question more in depth, if you buy a house the traditional way with a mortgage, I believe that you best need 4 bedrooms to basically get started and see the cash flow that you want. I will say, to get into the bigger cash flow, you're gonna have to know how to design and lay out the home. And so what that looks like is, like we said in the beginning, not changing the square footage, not messing with the integrity. You know, we still have a living room, we still have a kitchen. You don't want to cut up the place.
Mecklenburg County law, how many unrelated people can you have in a property at one time without having to get a license to run this?
According to Mecklenburg County, they have identified what a family is. And a family is 6 unrelated relatives. So that's why we stick with the number 6. That's very important for each county. You know, that's something that you definitely want to know, because this model will work anywhere. It does not Charlotte. And so with that said, you have to do your research with the city ordinance and just know what they've identified a family as.
Okay, so 6 is the magic number in Charlotte. As long as it's 6 or less, you're okay, you don't need a license.
Correct.
And this is a room rental. What kind of people are you getting here?
Very close to the airport. You know, the airport,
It's right there.
people are actually home now. You can't tell it because of the integrity that we keep. And so, as far as to answer your question with the jobs, since we're close to the airport, we get a lot of pilots. We get people that work in the airport. We get people that work at Amazon, because the Amazon warehouse is down the street. We get a lot of travel nurses. We get a lot of Duke Energy contractors. We get people that come here on contract for various trades, whether it be plumbing, electric, and they may stay with us for a year or more. But we get a lot of the working class professionals from all aspects, not just warehouse workers, from any trade, from blue collar to white collar.
Where do you advertise to find these people?
Right now, we don't have to do a lot of advertising because of the volume of rooms that we have. We get a lot of word of mouth.
Gotcha.
And referral from tenants. Because it's such a great product, when they go to work, they're talking with their friends, and their friends are knowing about it or looking for a place or maybe going through a situation, and they need a room, and they refer them to us.
How many people are allowed to rent a room?
1. Yeah, so everything is single occupancy only.
Do they get like a key to their room? Is that how that works?
So we have a key code for the front door and the room door. We get them to customize a 4-digit PIN. And so that PIN allows them to come through the front door and get into that room door.
So in the event they don't pay, you can just change the code.
Correct.
Are these people paying you, or you debit their account?
So that's actually something that we're looking to add to the model. You know, as things are evolving. Right now, we collect most of our payment through Cash App, Venmo, and various third-party apps. But that is something that we're looking to transfer to with debiting accounts automatically, so that you don't have to think about it. It eliminates and it automates things. I believe as you scale, you have to automate.
Well, cool. I'm looking to do my first one next year, so you're gonna be helping me. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath now. I got the layouts and all that. I'm waiting for the financing from the bank. We're gonna change it to a 4-bedroom, 3 bath, the 2-to-1 ratio. 2 people to 1 bathroom, and the other 2 rooms they'll have their own they'll have their own bathrooms in there. And I didn't know that people were paying $295 a week.
Yeah, I really wish that room was vacant so that you could see it. Like that room is bigger than most people's apartments. Like that room alone is probably, I had to put a number on it, about 750 square feet.
Your last video that we did took off for my channel, so I appreciate you even doing this for me. But how do people get in touch with you?
Facebook. Just follow me on Facebook. You know, the name is simple enough. Issac, Issac, last name Long.
Issac Long on Facebook, guys. He doesn't have an Instagram. To y'all reaching out to him, talking him to get an Instagram, but Issac doesn't have an Instagram, so follow him on Facebook. Message him on Facebook. I'm Nasser, AKA the Real Estate Guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I actually do this business. Make sure y'all click on the last video that me and Issac did to check out the first one, where he makes $120,000 off of 2 houses, which is insane. But he's doing 80 off of this one, which is even more crazy. And comment below, do you like this model? Is this a model that you would do in your city? Does your city need affordable housing? Are rents crazy in your city? Could this work? Comment below and let me know. Peace.